Good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen out there on the internet, wherever you're tuning in from, Antony Sammeroff. I want to talk about procrastination, that thief of human potential. And there is a lot of advice on the internet, on YouTube. You can get books about procrastination. I've read many of them, even put off reading some of them. But here's the thing. The material that is available on this issue, let's say, is... I'm not going to say it's not helpful, because it is, but it's cosmetically helpful. And there's a reason why it's only so helpful. And in fact, the evidence for that is the fact that the world is still completely full of procrastinators. I mean, do you know anyone who used to be a procrastinator but isn't a procrastinator anymore, that's just all about it, that's doing things all the time? In my life, all of the people that I've met who are doers and just do anything without any resistance whatsoever have just always been like that. And they're completely incapable of teaching anyone else how they do it. So here's why the material that's out there on procrastination is somewhat helpful, but not very helpful. The reason is because procrastination is caused by the avoidance of emotion, not by the avoidance of tasks. You might think you're avoiding that task, but actually there's a part of you, let's say you've got some bouncers, there might be more than one part of you that are putting up a block and saying, I just don't want to go there, I just don't want to go into those emotions, right? I just don't want to experience that. So the material that's out there at the moment is somewhat helpful because it gives you methods for appeasing your bouncers, let's say, or getting around them. It says, break things into small manageable chunks and do them a little bit at a time. Yes, that's very helpful. Or try the Pomodoro Technique. Put a timer on for 25 minutes and see how you feel after 25 minutes. Chances are, if you can get yourself to do something for 25 minutes, you'll be able to stick at it. That also might be helpful. The problem is, what if you can't? What if you can't get yourself to sit down even for 25 minutes? Okay, well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a method for helping you overcome the emotions that the dread of dread. Not the emotions that you experience while doing the tasks, although we're going to talk about that too. First, we're going to talk about the emotions that you experience when you're trying to avoid doing the task. Right, thank you, I'm seeing some likes and some love hearts coming up in this video. If this makes sense to you, if you think this is helpful, please pay it back by sharing this on your Facebook newsfeed so that other people can benefit as well. You know, if I don't get a lot of views, I don't know that I'm doing a good job. I don't know that I'm helping people. So please pump that share button so that other people can benefit from this stuff, and I know that I should be making more videos. Okay, so here's the thing. You have to deal with your emotions. There's no use whatsoever trying to flagellate yourself into doing things that you don't want to do, because the emotion that you're avoiding is obviously a lot more unpleasant than you beating yourself up. Otherwise you'd be doing it, right? It's not worked so far. Beating yourself up hasn't worked so far. It's probably not going to work in the future. And the best way to do this, the best way to do this is to hire a professional, wink wink. I know someone who's good at this kind of stuff. But if you're not in the position to do that right now, a really good way is just to sit down on your chair and actually just picture doing the task that you're avoiding, and let the emotions arise in you. Let the emotions arise in your body to deal with the feelings of, to explore the feelings, to find out what goes on when you just think about doing that task, right? And see where that emotion is. Is it in your chest? Is it in your throat? Sometimes it might be all around your head. It might seem like it's outside the body. Put your attention on it. It might be in your stomach. Look at where that emotion is and observe it in your body. And then see if you can sink into the bigger part of you, your whole self, and hold that emotion in your body and just observe it. Just observe it. If you're feeling confident with it, you can ask it questions. How long have you been here? Is there a name that you would like to go by? What age are you? What are you trying to tell me? And see what comes up. Stay with the emotion and observe it in your body. There's some alternatives. You could get a notepad and start writing from this emotion. But the main thing is for you just to get accustomed to feeling what you're feeling and allowing it to. And as you watch these emotions, it may take 20 or 30 minutes. It might even take as much as an hour. But they will start to dissipate and they will start to go away. And when you start to observe that happening, picture the event again, picture doing it, and see how much dread or unpleasant feelings are. This is only step one of the process, by the way. Check out how much emotion is still associated with it, and just keep on going into that emotion, accepting that emotion, allowing it, because this is an accumulation. This has been with you for a long time, right? It's been with you for years. You might think you don't have time to do this, but actually you don't have time not to do it, because if you don't do this, you're still going to be procrastinating next year, the year after that, and maybe 10 years from now, and you'll be thinking, I could have been a contender, Charlie. I could have been a contender. You can't have the time unless you take the time, unless you make the time. So this is a journey of self-exploration and self-acceptance. Once you've got a bit of experience doing this, if you can't do it, discipline yourself to sit down with a half-hour timer. Use the Pomodoro Technique, 25 minutes. You can try bringing up that thing in your mind when you're walking. Or when you're driving to work. Whenever you have time where you can watch your emotion in your body, start watching the emotions associated with doing the things that you've been avoiding doing. That's step one of the process. Now, when you've got some experience with this, or you could maybe do this all in one sitting, what you are actually doing is psyching yourself up to looking at the emotions that come up when you try and do this task. So it might be that book you've been avoiding writing, or finishing a song, or it might be tidying the house. It doesn't matter. When you're ready, this whole process is to psych yourself up to committing to just having a look at doing this thing. 10 minutes is enough. And then see all the emotions that come up. See all the emotions that you are trying to avoid by procrastinating. And then you'll know what it's all about. Then you'll know why you've not been doing this stuff. Because as soon as you try and do it, a whole bunch of unpleasant emotions, dread, anxiety, I can't be bothered, heaviness, tiredness will come up. I'm not even trying to ask you to do the task. I'm just asking you to pull out the thing, whatever work you've already done, and take a good look at it and see what you're really avoiding. I guarantee it ain't the task that you're avoiding, it's all these emotions. Now the next thing you need to do is learn how to make a deal with yourself. Stay in these emotions and watch them, observe them, accept them to the maximum of your ability, and see what you can do to start processing them. And this is going to take as long as it takes. You might need to do a few sittings of this. It's not likely to clear up all in one go. But if you stay committed, you can clear it up. And so that's why I want you to start on this process of putting yourself into spaces, not like throwing yourself into the deep end of the swimming pool, but put your toe in a little bit at a time and actually start experiencing all these emotions that are holding you back from achieving your goals in life, because there's nothing that sucks more for your self-esteem than not being able to do those things that you want to do. And this is the thing. Flagellating yourself, trying to force yourself to do it, isn't working. It's never worked for anyone so far. So you need to take a new approach, and it's about self-acceptance, self-discovery, processing all those old emotions that you've got from when you did your homework at school and you tried your hardest and you still failed, or when your parents rushed you when you were trying to do your chores, or acted like you were slow, or gave you into trouble. All of those emotions have accumulated inside you, and they took years to form, but they don't take years to clean up. So the faster you start, the better. And, you know, committing to doing 10 or 15 minutes of this for one sitting is better than nothing. You need to do it at the pace which is suitable for you. So take some time and give yourself the time, because you're worth the time. And using the time to do this will be far more time effective than trying to self-flagellate. Now, I would like you to share this video if you found it useful. Please don't leave my fate to talk to myself. I'd like to reach new people so that they can know that I'm putting helpful stuff out. So please pump that share button. If you would like help taking yourself to the next level, if you are short on time and want really fast results, the best way to get my help is to send me an email at antony@beyourselfandloveit.com. I'm launching a new coaching program called Conflict-Free Mind. Conflict-Free Mind, that's what you want up here, a conflict-free mind. It's 6 weeks and it's money back guaranteed. But first of all, you need to send me an email with the subject line, conflict-free mind, with a short paragraph or 2 paragraphs detailing the situation that you're in, so I can find out whether I think that I'll be able to help you with that situation. And if I do, we'll arrange an hour chat, complimentary, that will be on me, to discuss your needs and how I might be able to help you meet them. And then if all goes well with that, then we'll go ahead with the conflict-free mind coaching program, which is money back guaranteed. If you don't get the results you want, then I will refund you your money or make sure you do get those results. So that's what I would like to say. Please share this video. Look forward to hearing from you in an email, and tune in for more soon. Thank you.